simply just go to power, flip the switch, you'll see the green light, so you know it's on. So for this, every time you're going to use it, you should have at least a 10 to 15 minute warm-up period. I tend to do 20 to 30. Probably doesn't really make a difference whether it's even 5 minutes. Probably good, but I give it some time anyway. It doesn't hurt. So like as soon as you come in, before you turn anything else on, just go ahead and flip the switch, go into here, and then get it all connected.
And there's the directions there. I was playing with it.
Yeah, there's directions here for both how to run it, and then again for how to export the data from it, and I'll show you how to do that too. So the program we're going to use for this is this one here. So
how do you pronounce that? OXCITS?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Blue circle.
Blue circle with a J. Hey.
Yep. That's right. So just double click it. It'll open up. So it'll bring you this screen. So you'll see here, like if you're using channel B, you're going to look at this when it's warming up or when you're trying to use it, and it's going to be totally wonky, right? That's because it's on channel A. Okay. So anyway, if you want to start to have it warm up, I don't know if it's warming up like now or if you have to actually have it running. I just get to run. So if you're not sure which step is next, you can just refer to the page. So just go Control S to start. This always comes up. Just this is slow today. Just hit OK on that. You'll see that both detector A and B are both off. So say if we're going to use A, you have to make sure that there's no light getting in and that it's sitting on the silicone block. And then you'll just auto bias. So it'll automatically detect a proper amount of light that it should be giving out, or not the light it gives out, but the sensitivity of the sensor for the light coming back in. Yeah, so you'll see these numbers might reach like a somewhat normal value. If you're not sure, you can just press down a little bit. This is really bad today. Do it again. I thought all these lines are really messy. Now you just right click, then reset graphs to save parameters.
Okay.
So that's the third one down. Click it, it'll reset your graph, and then it'll be probably a cleaner image. So then you'll just let this go for 10 minutes, which would be like the 600-second mark. Now, if you're using detector B, this is always going to be defaulting to A. So instead, you'll go to Displays, Monitor Graph, because this is what this is, a monitor graph. It's like this isn't a data graph or a time graph, because you're actively monitoring. So you go Monitor Graph, and then you go to Open. Not new, it'll be open. And you have a whole list here. So there's a whole bunch. So you have blood A and B, blood B. So if you're using both probes, you'll go A and B, and then it'll show you A and B on the same graphs. I think it'll have like A here, and then maybe B here, and it'll have different colors for each one. So if you're using B specifically, actually we'll say we're doing A and B.
Okay.
There's 3 options here: average, US, AC and phase 20 hour. I'm not really sure what the difference is between them, but we use the AC and phase. So we'll just use that, open. So now you have the 2, right? So you have A and B, channel B, etc. I'm not sure why this one says A for both. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way software works. I've never used A and B at the same time. Yeah, so anyway, if you're using B, then again, monitor, open. You go blood B, AC and phase.
AC and phase. I'll put this on YouTube and send it to you. It's fine.
Yeah, so you'd open it up, channel B, so that's what you would use. Yeah, so that's basically it for this specific portion for getting that set up. So we go back to A here. So this will be like the default. What you'll then want to do, and again you'd follow this page here, So what we've done so far is we've turned it on, we've gone acquisition, so you can go up here to acquisition, start, which will be right there, or you can do Control S to start, which is just what I do. So that's done. So we've gone through here, turn on Pro B, display, monitor graph, open. So like instructions are here in case you don't have that with you, forget how to do it exactly. So yeah, then if you're only using Pro B, you don't have to auto bias Pro A, even though it says that. So like this one down here, like it's open to the stuff, so I can go auto bias, but then it'll just shut off again because it's getting light going in there. So
Yeah, so you
it doesn't really
cover
matter.
it with this.
Yeah. So if you're going to be using both, you'd have to get another black shirt or something to stop all the light.
Okay.
You have any questions so far? It's okay? Okay, yeah, so again, 20 minutes. If you're using it, you can turn it on, let one for like 5. They're good. Yeah, so once that's done, you can go and calibrate. So the way the calibration works is with these silicone blocks, there's a very specific amount of scatter for the light that it knows. So it'll take that into account, and then based on that, it'll correct itself for that day. So for channel A, like which you would be using, go up to calibration, calibrate A, and I tend to hold down like with some pressure so it's nice and flat, because if it's moved at all, it's not going to be, the light's not going to go into the silicone block quite as well as it should. And I mean, for this one, it's not quite as bad because it's a hard block, like it's a hard probe. But for the one underneath, like what you'd be using, it'll flex. So that one you have to make sure it's pushed down all the way. So hold it here, calibrate A, and you just wait for this meter to finish.
Okay.
And then eventually you'll see these lines change.
So I click calibrate B, yeah?
Yep. And if you're going to use both, you have to go calibrate A and then calibrate B, or vice versa. So once that's done, yeah, you see this big change. So now it's all standardized. So these values, I mean, if you wanted to make note of them, they should be pretty well the exact same for each day that you're testing.
Okay, what value should they be?
As long as you're consistent day to day.
Okay.
I mean, they should be accurate, like no matter what. But if you have one that's like 40 and another day it's like 60, and it's like, you know, there's a fair amount of variation, there's probably some type of issue. If it's going from 40 to 45 to 38 to 42, that's pretty good.
Sure.
That's probably within like margin of error or something.
Sure.
So yeah, so once that's done,
Reset graph.
the machine is ready to start being used. So from there, you can hit off. It's still going to be like collecting data, so it's going to be kind of wonky. But from this point, then you'd like put it where you're putting it, and you know,
Hit
wrap
off
it up.
first.
Yeah, hit off. I mean, if you just took this sheet off and you took it out, it would go off automatically for you.
Oh, it would do it.
It would do it, but I just hit off on the screen anyway.
Okay.
I don't know if it damages it. Probably doesn't, but
Okay.
Better be safe than sorry.
yeah.
Okay, so somebody's ready to go. I'm ready to go with everything. I take the shirt off, take it off, and then it just goes off by itself. Or you have to click off.
I would click off.
Click
You
off.
could just remove it, but I would click off. Yeah.
Okay, so click off, put it on them, and then turn it back on.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you turn it back on?
Just auto bias.
Auto bias?
Yeah. And that's again that's like on here too.
Sure.
Yeah. So again off. Once you have it done, and then you'll have all this messy data. So again, you do like the right click, go back to save parameters.
So auto bias first and then save parameters?
Yeah. Because the auto bias will clean the signal on the person
Cool.
to the proper amount, and then it'll reset the graph.
Okay.